3 months later, Barbara, wearing the same hairstyle and color before and got barbed wires all over her and taken off, was bored out of her mind and wanted to raid somewhere with Rachel, watched the mall raid anarchy video, and was immediately satisfied with this, and she called Rachel on the phone. "Oh hey Barbara, how's it going?" Rachel asked. "Nothing much. Just bored," Barbara said. "Say, would you like to go to the mall to raid the 2 stores we love?" "Oh yes. I always love committing anarchy, and I hope the raid is a success," Rachel said excitedly. "Good, and I'll wait for you. See you in a bit," Barbara said. "All right," Rachel said as she hung up and drove to Barbara's house to pick her up. The duo went to the mall and saw any emo and scenes, went into the mall and were invested. They went to the mall without them noticing. And they reached Spencer's first. "Perfect, target acquired," Rachel said. "Yeah. Let's go," Barbara said as he held a knife while Rachel grabbed a raggedy axe on her hand ready to swing. But before that, they'll have to find something to hide their weapons. Meanwhile, Kim was sitting in her room and writing a diary about going to therapy in 8 months. She wrote it with her black pen and worried about her powers getting worse from here. She hopes everything was normal for the first time. As she finished writing her diary, her decoding process reached a fever pitch. The static from her laptop screen. She manifested herself back into the same realm as she was in months ago. She was wandering a bit until she came across the spirit of a little girl who was bald, a hospital gown, and no shoes. "Ha! You must be Jenny that your dad talked about," Kim said.
"That's right. How did you know my dad?"
Jenny asked. "He saved me from the Black Veil, the cult," Kim said.
"Well, they're making us, Aries, an ultimate project from this place to reality,"
Jenny said. "What do you mean?" Kim asked.
"These ancient scientists were trying to make hybrids like the spider god, which is your parent,"
Jenny said. "So the scientists made me and this thing an experiment, huh?" Kim asked.
"Yes,"
Jenny said.
"Back in the ancient era, the group of researchers and scientists gathered for the Project Aries and Project Entity. Whoever made the project to the entity has gone really, really wrong. Upon its creation, it created a black fog to lure anyone who gets in their way, starting off with its parents and creators to harvest. Over time, the fog would spread around the world, even yours too. But what you've done to Angela is not self-defense, it's a ritual."
Kim heard it and began to cry in regret.
"Don't cry. Sometimes I do too. But the cult you've talked about tried to capture and sacrifice me to the entity but failed,"
Jenny said.
"You may be the hybrid of this monster, but this is a sentence and not a gift. Not even for killers or victims."
What about my tattoos?" Kim asked.
"Oh Kim, that's not a tattoo and not an ordinary mark. It is the birthmark of the entity,"
Jenny remarked. The entity's claws loomed behind Jenny, not attacking her or Kim. Instead, it reaches its tip to pet Kim's head and wipes her tears away. The gratitude it expresses the sacrifice of Angela triggers a massive bleeding through. Back in the real world, Barbara and Rachel hid their weapons so they strike at Spencer's. Inside, the 3 workers called Quintanilla, Corey, and Lewis were getting ready to call a day one at a time. Quintanilla spots the 2 scene girls ready to strike. Rachel got her axe ready and swung it at him. But Corey attempts to stop Rachel like a badass. Barbara pushed into the glass window, creating a huge mess full of glass, killing him. Barbara grabbed a huge shard as a new weapon and said, "A new weapon of mine. Rachel, let's find the last one so we raid the shit out of this place," Barbara said. "You've got it," Rachel said as she beheaded Quintanilla, creating a bloody splatter. Lewis, the last remaining worker, was hiding as he sees the 2 girls heading their way. He finds a nearest telephone to call the police to arrest these 2. As he got the phone, the door was immediately destroyed by Rachel's axe and Barbara slitted Lewis' throat, and Rachel destroyed the telephone with her axe. They managed to raid Spencer's by stealing shirts, clothes, neon signs, and more in order to become famous. One down. Barbara said. The last one to go is Hot Topic. Rachel said following Barbara's sentence. Back with Kim, she realized she can see Barbara and Rachel through security cameras from her bedroom without them knowing. For the first time, she uses void walking to trigger the mall's fire alarm. What was that? Rachel asked. That was a ghost, and let's get out of here before anyone catches us. Barbara said as the two ran out of the mall into Rachel's car along with stuff from Spencer's they stole. Kim snapped back to reality before hearing a knock on the door. Once she opens the door, it was her friends this time with Isha, who was angry at Barbara and Rachel for their crimes. Isha, is everything wrong? Kim said. It's not your fault, Kim. I was angry at Barbara and Rachel for what they have done at the mall today. Isha said. Anywho's, could you go to the abandoned lab with us? Judy asked. Kim was thinking about going to the labs or not.